So you remember last episode when I said I wanted to be a good defensive team? Well, we're right now third on defense, and our offense is very, very bad. And the number one offensive team in the NBA right now is the Brooklyn Nets. Obviously, they have three of the best scorers in the NBA today, and we are number 16, which is not very good. It kind of resembles real life. So I want to do a quick trade. Josh Richardson, who has not been playing as good as I want him to, for JJ Redick. Now the Pelicans, they get a decent defender in Josh Richardson, and we get a decent shooter in Mr. JJ Redick. Now this trade works out for both of us because, let's be honest, they don't really need JJ Redick. Like, they're not a championship contender, and an extra bit of defense helps a long way. Plus, they are planning to trade Lonzo Ball, at least in real life. So the second trade we do is trade for Paul Millsap. Now, right now, the Denver Nuggets have a lot of injuries, so taking a player in Trey Burke, Maxi Kleber, and Boban Marjanovic helps their depth out a lot. And one of the main reasons I did trade for Paul Millsap, as you're going to see, is that he's been playing very bad for them, so we can get him at a discount. We also do a trade for Ish Smith, who can play our starting point guard, and we trade away Durant Finney-Smith and Wesley Iwundu, who are two players who I don't play and are very good defensively, which is exactly what the Wizards need. So as you see, Paul Millsap, not very good this season. Not very good at all, so it's a good thing to trade him. So now, right into the game against Cleveland. This was a lot closer than what should have been. God, I can't talk today. Because in real life, the Cleveland Cavaliers are a lot better than what they should be. So starting off, a freaking Andre Drummond in 2K is one of the most annoying players to guard. So Ish Smith, the newly added player, I mean, I just got him because he's shooting like, what, 40% from 3 in simulation, and that's something I kind of need. Excuse me, he's not the best player I could trade for, but he is just very decent. And the newest addition, JJ Redick, already getting a nice screen release 3 to start the game off. As you're going to see, he does a lot of those. Missed 3 there by Colin Sexton, passes it to Luka as he runs the fast break. Now, this is a play I like to run. I just run the fast break, give it to Luka, he gives it to someone else. JJ Redick for 3, that's his second 3 in the game. The dude has been great. Like, in gameplay, JJ Redick's one of the best players to use in 2K, honestly. His release is so nice. He's just very good at shooting. He's very good at one thing, and that one thing is shooting. So, yet again, Luka Doncic just keeps running the floor, keeps running the fast break, and just gets the easy layup in transition, up by 10 points already. Now, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have a lot of players, and I decided to do one thing which I didn't show. I juiced up the stats of a lot of players. Colin Sexton, I believe, now is an 87. Darius Garland is 79. A few players' overalls were increased drastically. Draymond Green should be around 83. Andrew Wiggins is an 81. Russell Westbrook's an 88. There's a bunch of players whose overalls are raised because they honestly deserve it, as you see a 3 from Ish Smith already doing what I need him to do. Also provides a little extra bit of playmaking so that Luka doesn't have to be the only playmaker on the team, as JJ Redick hits another 3. That's 9 points already in the game. I'm telling you, like, Josh Richardson is good on defense, but the offensive potential that we get from JJ Redick is insane. And plus, we already got Paul Millsap, who's a very good defender, both in the perimeter and in the post. And one of the things you might critique about me is that I'm running Luka Doncic at the 3 is because I don't think he can guard point guards. I don't think he's very agile on the defensive end, so I much rather him guard slower small forwards. Example, this game he's guarding Isaac Okoro, who's not really slow, but but Luka Doncic can definitely keep up with him. I do not want Luka guarding anyone like Curry or Damian Lillard because they're going to destroy him. So just having him play, defense on other small forwards is a lot better. Plus, he can get mismatches on slower small forwards, like, who's a slow small forward? Actually, small forwards are really good. I'm now contemplating what I've done with moving Luka to the small forward. But hey, I can't speak to that, I really can't. It just makes it so I can play smaller players and not have to worry about having a 6'7" shooting guard play the 3, or having a 6'6" small forward. Like, I'll just have Luka just because he's tall, he has some height, and that means I can play smaller players in the rotation as well. Even if I already could do that, but just having him a point guard and having, him guard the bigger players and have the small players guard the small players. But hey, I didn't think this far in advance. Kick to Mr. Porzingis, who missed a 3 in the corner for some reason. I have no idea why he would miss that 3. Ish Smith already with 3 points and 1 assist. Luka Doncic with, I believe, 8, 2, and 5, which is really good stats for the second quarter. Colin Sexton, he's good. He hits the late shot, hits it. Now the lead is only down to 2, which is really scary because we were up by so much in the first quarter. I simulated for a few minutes and then they just come back as JJ Redick. He's good at shooting threes. He's good at what he does. And what he does is shoot threes. And only threes. Now, this is my bad. This is like completely my fault. I leave Larry Nance open forgetting that he can shoot and he just greens it like wide open. That was a dumb shot. Like a dumb defensive move by me. That was very dumb. I honestly regret it so much. Ish Smith's another player. Yeah, he just does that. At this point, I just said, you know what, I'm tired. I just simulate a bit because I'm very tired of that bullshit because I had not scored a point in a while. So I simulate through the third quarter. As you can see, we're just dominant because that's music in my... Okay. I hope you guys don't mind the music. So Luka Doncic gives it to JJ Redick, back to Kristaps Porzingis, dribbles a bit down, hits the contested 3 in the face of Taurean Finney. So Taurean Prince. I was gonna say Dorian Finney-Smith for some reason. Taurean Prince, he hits the 3 right on his face, fouls an and one from Darius Garland, and this is the plays I love. Ish Smith and Willie Cauley-Stein are insane. They have such good chemistry in 2K for some reason. I try to run the pick and roll with Luka and Willie Cauley-Stein, and it just doesn't work as well as Ish Smith and Willie Cauley-Stein. So that's another wide open lob to Willie. That's 4 points if you're counting. Another easy lob to him, like no defense at all from Jared Allen. And it's just fun, and the play keeps going for some reason. You're like, wait, why is the play still going? Like, what's gonna happen here? Another pass to Smith, who already has 4 assists, and another pass to Willie Cauley-Stein. That's 6 points in a matter of minutes from Willie Cauley-Stein. I'm telling you. And what's this? Another play. This one's a little bit more complicated because I wanted to run the pick and roll with Kristaps, but I couldn't do it. I passed it to Willie, pass it back to Ish, and since Andre Drummond is so slow, he's not going to catch up to Willie. Another alley-oop finish. That's, I believe, 8 points in a matter of nothing. It's just insane. And Andre Drummond gets that sick dunk. He gets that insane, that very cool dunk. Just to say, you know, I'm still good. I can get my points. I might not be on a winning team, but I can get points. And a shot from Mr. Tim Hardaway Jr. goes in, who's been struggling quite a lot this game. And I try to get to run, I don't know what the hell I'm running here, honestly. I'm just giving the ball to whoever's open. Just decides, you know what, I'm just going to give it to Al Horford, just post up on Mr. Isaac Okoro. And I kind of want to shoot with Paul Millsap, who I haven't really shown a lot of him this gameplay, just because he doesn't do things that are highlight worthy. He just, you know, he's just there playing defense, making the nice play. And yet again, I paused here for some reason because I remember, like, someone called me. I paused the game for a little bit. Paul Millsap, the defense, he's just, yeah, this is what I wanted from him. Just great, solid defense in the post, in the perimeter. Good veteran player. Him and Al Horford have great chemistry, obviously from playing in Atlanta. I don't know why I was running the floor with Andre Roberson. I just remember him having the ball and being like, oh, he should not have the ball at all. So, a little post up from Al Horford, try to get his post spin, try to get him to jump. He jumps and I get blocked. And then I hit this stupid shot with Andre Roberson. And yeah, at that moment, it was, yeah, I hit a jump shot with Andre. You're not winning this game. And good layup from Andre Drummond. I'm saying Andre way too much. But a good layup from Andre Drummond. He had a pretty good game, but this game is it was just too easy. And I tried to run another pick and roll with Willie Cauley-Stein and Ish Smith. This time it doesn't work. Actually, yeah, it doesn't work. I tried to run again, but there was too much defense down there. And so it was a pretty decisive win for us. So, you know, I want to keep this series kind of short. I want the episodes to be short. I don't want to waste your guys' time a lot. So I'm already at the All-Star break. These are the numbers. Luka Doncic is having one of the greatest seasons I've ever seen anyone in 2K. 15 triple-doubles, 39 double-doubles. He is already doing around as much as he did last season, and it's only been halfway there. Mr. Kristaps Porzingis, yet again, very good stats as well. His 3-point percentage is actually a lot higher than what I expected it to be because, he normally in 2K he's like a 32% 3-point shooter, so him being 38 I believe is very good, and he's not averaging 20 like I wanted him to, but the rebounds are there, the blocks are there, the shooting's there, so I'm happy. Tim Hardaway, he's doing insane. 15.3 points off the bench, 39% from the 3. He's doing very good. Like, he's doing very good. Forget that plus minus being negative 0.6. He's doing insane, and I'm very happy to have him on the team. He's just another level. Then we have Jalen Brunson, another player who's coming off the bench shooting 39% from 3, who I just have him off the bench because I kind of want that another offensive player, like another playmaker to run the ball while, Luka is resting, because Luka can't play the entire game. So I just have him off the bench because I trust him a lot more than I trust Ish Smith. And Ish Smith, like, if I play Jalen Brunson as a starter, he's just going to be a catch-and-shoot player, and I'd rather have Ish Smith be the catch-and-shoot player because I don't know. Honestly, Paul Millsap improved a lot since he went to Dallas. He was doing really bad on the Nuggets for some reason. Will Clystein, he's been above average. JJ Redick, he's not getting as many points as I want him to. This is one of his worst seasons ever. But hey, Al Horford doing kind of what I want him to. The assists aren't there, but hey, he's playing with a lot of playmakers. The blocks aren't there, but he's not the best shot blocker in the NBA. He's just a solid defender. Isaiah Hartenstein was from the Paul Millsap trade. Ish Smith, look at that. He's shooting 42% from 3. And he's shooting a lot of threes. He's shooting a decent amount of threes. Josh Green, he played a few games and he was just shit. He was very bad in those few games he played because of injuries. And Andre Roberson. And the reason, I actually started playing Josh Green a little bit instead of Andre Roberson, and we lost every game where Andre Roberson didn't play. We lost every game. That's dumb. Andre Roberson's impact is really big on this team, and I am happy to have him on a 2-year deal. We need a player like him on the team at all times. And in the offseason, I expect to get a lot more players. So here are the awards. I believe Giannis wins MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. LaMelo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. I win actually GM of the Year. So this, it was a pretty good season. We weren't the best team. We weren't as good as I wanted us to be, but we were very good as Luka makes the All-NBA second team. Just 0.3 rebounds and assists from having a triple-double for the entire season, which, I kind of want to do like 18 boards and 18 assists in the last game, but I didn't play the last game because I just simulated everything. And the all-rookie teams, Cole Anthony, always in 2K, averages like 20 points per game. The dude's insane. So our first round matchup is against the Jazz. This is going to be tough because we don't have anybody for Donovan Mitchell other than Andre Roberson, but he's a negative. So see you guys on the next episode, I guess.